Successful break off from Corteza, but you can see where that cue ball is in the middle of the table. Totally clips to the 1.
He is in a bit of trouble. Of course, he does have the push out option available here. He can just place that cue ball anywhere on the table. But then when you're playing Corey Deuel, where do you put it that he can't make it? He has called the push. Looks like he's going to try and move that 9 ball to make the table a little more difficult.
Well, this is kind of a teaser, isn't it? When you haven't been to the table. He's left Corey this long, difficult 1.
Long shot. We saw Corey make one of the most beautiful shots we'd ever seen last year in the Moscone Cup, but just a miraculous long shot. That one dogs out. And that brings Vann Corteza back to the table, and he's got to be pretty happy with his push-out effort. You know, I'm really impressed with this Corteza. Just like, seems like all of his Filipino brothers, they just play so well, and different conditions don't bother them a bit. The adjusting to a table, 2 strokes, they're adjusted.
Yeah, it's almost like they're bred to play this game. You just saw Alex Pagulayan, the young Canadian, Filipino by heritage. His mother came over to Canada at a young age, and we adopted him. We'd like to adopt a few more. I think we'd have quite a team if we could maybe convince about half a dozen of these guys to move to Canada.
A lot like an American hockey team.
Well, you can see ideally situated now. The problem ball is the 5, the orange 5 on the left-hand side. As you look, possibility of a 5-9 combination definitely available.
All that depends on how he sets up on this 3 ball right here. And boy, Jim, that's perfect. He couldn't ask for better than this.
He could elect to drop right in behind this, Jerry, if he chooses, and play that 5 up the top left. That's what he's having a look at right now. He's got to be very precise with his cue ball if he elects to go that path, though.
Well, he is putting draw on the ball, so he may be choosing that option. No, he's going to go ahead and make a statement here. And I think this is the wiser psychological choice, because you're drawing that first blood and you're making the combination shot. You're saying, hey, you better pay attention to me, Mr. Deuel.
He's also doing his utmost to put heavy pay to Corey Deuel's mistake, and that too sends a message. Five-9.
Corteza studies up the combination, puts it right in the hole, and Vann Corteza, showing his stuff, struts out to a 1-0 lead now over Corey Deuel.
And Lee electing to play that with a lot of left-hand English to maintain the angle on the 2, which will afford him the more ideal situation for position on the 3.
Just to review some of the terms you'll hear us use. English is the same as side spin. Draw is bottom spin. The rail is the cushion. Follow means top spin. Kick is to hit the cushion before you hit a ball. And to hook someone is to snooker them, or put an intervening ball between them and the ball they need to hit.
As he surveys the situation, he's got a chance here, Jerry, if he elects to. He's got the angle on this 3. He could try and mature the situation between the 6 and the 7, the green 6 and the brown 7. I've got a feeling that's what he was looking at.
That's exactly what he was doing, and it cost him the shot. There you see he had a difficult cueing position. Jacked up, and he was trying to break up a cluster. Probably asking a bit much of himself with that effort. Corey Deuel, long way away from that 3 ball. Clean shot right in the heart of the pocket.
And look at the position on the 4. A great effort from Corey Deuel there. Now he's going to have a quick look as we see this shot one more time. Look how still he stayed. His head didn't move at all. And that was the key to success in that visit. But it's all going to be about angle on this 5 now. And if that 6 is available to the bottom right corner as we look, this is a big opportunity for Corey.
We'll know by the place he puts this cue ball on the table. He used all the pocket.
That means the 6-7 combination must be available.
It does appear to go in the side bag. Taking a long look. Remember, he does have to develop the 6 ball into a shot after he makes the combination. Seven down. Watch the cue and the 6. Good shape, but getting position on the 8 is certainly not automatic. Now, perhaps it is for a player of Corey's caliber, but this is a tough shot. He's got to draw and make a tough shot in the corner. Makes it look easy.
Didn't try and force that. That was the key there.
Eight ball down, up and down for position on the 9 ball.
And this long 9 to square things up here on the center table. Down it goes, and Corey Deuel and Vann Corteza knot it up at 1 rack apiece in the race to 5.
Oh, Corey.
Ball shot, ball in hand.
Bit of a jab stroke there, sends the cue ball flying.
Well, our referee, Michaela Tabb, will bring the cue ball back, clean it, make sure that it hasn't been chipped in any way. Another look, though. Corey really trying to dig into that. And that was a big league miscue. At this level, Jerry, when you can come to the table with cue ball in hand, not very often you're going to be failing.
Cue ball in hand means you're supposed to win. It's a big, big penalty. They don't like you making mistakes in this league.
That's not his best effort right there. He's about a foot short of where he'd like to be with that cue ball. He just didn't hit it hard enough.
Yeah, now he's going to have a little difficulty putting the 3 ball in the corner pocket, which would have been his most obvious path. Two ball down, but he's now going to have to play the 3 in the side. No big penalty. The 4 ball will be sitting there waiting on him. Can almost play a little stop shot here.
Important to remember too, this is day 2 where the players are still in round robin play. There's so much action going on. Everybody kind of volleying for position and keeping an eye on other matches in their respective groups. Just because you see players' names at the bottom of the tables, they may not have played as many matches as those at the top. So there'll be a lot of changes over the next few days, and you really have to stay with us and follow all the action.
Left himself just to the right of the pink so that he can slide over to the left to get that 5 ball. Wants to leave himself just to the left of the line of the 5 so he can go to the right, come up, go across to the rail, and come back for the 6.
And this all due to the miscue from Corey Deuel, which you really had to feel that Vann Corteza was going to capitalize on.
Well, he shares a trait with many of his brethren from the Philippines, not showing much emotion. There you saw the mistake by Corey that has put Corteza in control.
Just trying to leave this long, straight 7. Be following through now, maybe a little straighter than he would have liked. But it looks like he can just take that cue ball down. He just has to clear the 9, whether he elects to stay above it or come below it.
I think the reason you saw him grimace, Jen, is the path he wanted to take would take the cue ball possibly a little too close to the nose of that side pocket. And he sure doesn't want to be thrown out to center table. So now, oh, what a great shot. I mean, all he has to do is clear the 9 ball and he's home free. Vann about to capitalize on the gift from Corey Deuel. Corey scooped the cue ball off the table and Vann is taking it home.
Well, that one thought about staying on the playing surface before leaving. Anxious moments there for Corey, I'm sure. Watch this.
Boy, he really uses the entire pocket for this shot. Much too close. Once again, he scooped the cue ball off the table, Jim. Another glaring error from one of the greatest players in the world.
Well, he's having tip trouble, Jerry. That just removed all doubt. I think Corey is going to be looking to get that tip replaced after this match.
But look at his stroke. There's a jab at the end of it.
He can't believe it.
It almost looks like he's gripping his tight hand. I mean, his backhand is going tight as he approaches the cue ball.
I'm not too sure he didn't just change shafts. He's gone with another shaft. Could be too little, too late.
Corteza says, thank you very much. I'll unwrap this package right now. Enjoy a lead of 4-1. Great concentration on this young man's face.
And 9 deposited into the heart of the corner pocket.
Critical shot here. He's got to get into a position on the table where he can play this 6 ball with a thin clip. Oh, is he trying to knock that 9 out? That's going to be tragic.
Yeah, there was no reason for Corey to play that shot. He left himself a little too much angle on the 5. But again, all he had to do was leave the cue ball in the middle of the table. It would have been a thinner cut on the 6, and he tried to get a little too cute, Jerry.
Cute, aggressive, whatever you want to call it. It's probably going to cost this man the match.
Well, he's looking at the 2 cushion escape now. Well, at least I thought it was a 2 cushion escape.
Foul shot.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what exactly. He must have been looking at 3 cushions. But where he was lining up was never going to be close.
Not at all the type of effort you would expect from Corey Deuel. He certainly knows his way around the rails, and he was well off the mark.
Well, this has been one that Corey's just going to have to file into the category of experience, because it's not going to be one with which to build any confidence on. That you can rest assured of.
Corteza only has to fall properly on the 8 ball to take this match home. Sit well atop his bracket and put Corey in a bit of a danger zone.
Well, I think Corey falls to 2-2, so it's going to be imperative that he tries to win his last 2 matches. Meanwhile, Vann Corteza finds himself still unbeaten in this group.
Corteza taking just a moment to compose himself. There's no real need to take that ball out of the pocket, but players can do that to calm themselves. Up and down the table. Watch out for the corner pocket.
He wasn't happy with the way he hit that, Jerry. You could see his reaction instantly.
Well, he certainly didn't want to be shooting this ball off the rail. Could have been an extremely easy shot. Now he's got to bear down a bit, stay within himself.